Current SEC Commissioner Hester Pierce promising more clarity for the crypto industry here in the United States. Of course, the SEC has been, well, ruling with an iron fist for a very, very long time. And current SEC Commissioner sitting in for Paul Atkins, that is Hester Pierce. She has been very vocal about bringing clarity to the crypto industry. And specifically, she broke down what the SEC is planning to do. I want to highlight that in this video, give you guys all the insights and information you need to know, and talk about these updates as it relates to regulation in the US when it comes to crypto. The industry right now is kind of in a weird spot. I mean, the sentiment is low, yet we're still well over a $3 trillion market cap. Bitcoin still at $96,000. If you'd have said that 6 months ago, you would have thought the sentiment would be sky high, but we've been as high as $109,000 on Bitcoin. And right now, it's kind of this weird place in the market. We're waiting for some of these big things to come to fruition. And yesterday, we had some news come out related to, the Bybit hack. We also had, a new COVID variant is spiking in China. And there's just been a lot of negative news lately, but I'm choosing not to look at any of that stuff as deterrence. I'm continuing to invest in my top blue chips, my top crypto assets, because I know the writing is on the wall when it comes to regulation, when it comes to full clarity, Bitcoin strategic reserves, having the right people in place. And Hester Pierce talked about, what's going on right now. And she spoke with Yahoo Finance on Friday. And she said she hopes to provide, quote, greater clarity for the crypto industry that long argued Washington, D.C. treated it unfairly and inconsistently. She said, I'm hoping that we can get to a place where we have greater clarity around a legal framework that is workable, that is consistent with the statute, but also enables people to figure out what something is categorized without hiring lots of lawyers and having the fear of litigation hanging over them. Pierce has a chance now to greatly influence the direction of policy going forward in the SEC, where she also is the new head of crypto task force formed after the new Trump administration took office. Her appointment as head of that task force was cheered by those in the crypto world, some of whom refer to Pierce as Crypto Mom. Pierce on Friday issued a statement titled, "There must be some way out of here," that asked the public for input on how the SEC should approach the industry going forward, posing a series of questions related to regulatory clarity. The arrival of a new administration has prompted a lot of new optimism in the crypto environment. Of course, during the Biden administration, regulators under leadership of Gary Gensler clashed with many of the industry's top companies like Coinbase. And that lawsuit, the largest U.S. crypto exchange in the United States, is basically coming to an end. The SEC argued many of the assets on its platform were in fact securities. This is after Coinbase was already a publicly traded company, though. And Coinbase said Friday it expects the new SEC to drop this case and that a vote among its commissioners is expected next Thursday coming up. It's a new day for crypto in the U.S., and it could not have come fast enough, said Paul Grewal, Coinbase's chief legal officer. He said Pierce and acting SEC chair Mark Aida deserves a lot of credit. Trump's pick to chair the SEC, Paul Atkins, has not yet been confirmed by the Senate. They have not wasted any time in turning the page from Gary Gensler's misguided campaign. We've seen a ton of ETFs already filed since Gary Gensler has been out the door. Pierce declined to discuss the case or how she may vote on the Coinbase case. But Grewal said Coinbase had major difficulty trying to speak with the SEC. And we covered that here on the channel. Brian Armstrong and company were trying to get in front of the SEC to make sure they were doing everything right. The SEC wouldn't meet with them. We were in constant contact with the SEC, and in particular, its crypto task force, he said. Commissioner Pierce has done an admirable job of setting a very transparent public process in motion for collecting input on what good rules could look like. And Pierce said Friday she hopes the SEC can have a practice where people can talk to the agency. It's an open door policy versus the last administration where people just ruled with an iron fist. One idea under serious consideration would temporarily allow digital asset coin offerings to be deemed non-securities, as long as the issuer provided certain information and agreed not to protest any fraud charges brought, both for future offerings and retroactively. She said that Congress is working And while we're working on rulemaking, this could be a potential opportunity. Pierce also said she was open to allowing staking and greenlighting options for ETH, exchange traded fund, ETFs. Staking is where you lock up digital coins in order to participate in running the blockchain and maintaining its security in exchange for yield, offering a return similar to kind of how a money market works in the regular stock market world. Pierce also said if Trump's media company does in fact apply for approval to launch a Bitcoin ETF, the SEC will review it the same way it looks at any other application, even though the agency operates with oversight from the White House. I think that what we do is we look at every incoming application on its facts and circumstances, she said. When asked whether Elon Musk's Doge has been inside the SEC, Pierce said she could not confirm that. A review of public records shows that Doge has claimed more than $206,000 in savings by canceling SEC media subscriptions to publications, including Politico, Pro, and Reuters. Pierce underscored the SEC is always looking for ways to run the agency more efficiently while still maintaining oversight of capital markets. The SEC, she added, has not made a decision on whether it would roll back the rule imposed by the Biden administration that would require companies to disclose how climate change impacts their business. I have had concerns about the rulemaking, certainly, and I expressed them at the time that we proposed and adopted those changes, Pierce said. Trump did sign a new executive order stating that independent agencies should submit major regulations to the Office of Management and Budget for review. And so Hester Pierce said, I'm certainly looking forward to working with them on helping us make sure that our economic analysis is really serving the fullest potential that it can serve and bringing full clarity to the crypto market. So this is some really good news. We know we're moving in the right direction when it comes to regulation in the U.S. Finally, we have the right people in place here, guys. And it's going to take some time, certainly, right? We know that. But we are moving the needle, okay? And I think the next 4 to 6 months are really going to tell us a lot about where we're going here in the United States. We've never had this level of, interest in getting this done. It's been talked about, but nobody's really taken the ball and moved it forward. We're finally getting to that point here in the United States. Now, before we get up on out of here, guys, if you want to come over and trade with me, BTCC is my referred exchange. 10% sign-on bonus, first-time deposits. Check it out. There's a link down below. And if you want access to the best trading indicator in the markets, you want to level up your game and maximize your gains this crypto bull season. This is only for the serious crypto investors. It is XT Algo. There's a link down below. 30-day money-back guarantee, guys. I walk you through how to use the product. Come on over. Sign up today. You are not going to be disappointed. I appreciate you all for watching the video, and we'll see you guys in the next one.